Hello my nectarines, and Nono here, and I'm back with another video. You guys remember when American creator sent me this nail extension gel? Well, I'm finally in the mood today to do something like a clear tip. Like, I've been dying to use it because this builder gel is the clearest builder gel I have. The rest that I own turn yellow, which is really annoying. So I've been dying to do something, and finally today I'm in the mood. I'm sure you guys saw what we're going to be doing today on the thumbnail. Super excited, so let's get straight into it. Off camera, I went and applied a thin layer of my peel-off base. That way I can pop off the nails once I am done. Now for the base coat, I'm going to be going in with the American Creator base gel. I really like this base gel. It kind of reminds me of builder gel, and it's nice and thick, which is great because it makes it versatile. I'm going to be applying a very thin layer on all my nails, which is fantastic for extension gel. It just creates a nice foundation, and it also helps with the overall longevity of your nails. Once I'm done with the application, I just quickly pop all my nails in my lamp for 60 seconds. Today we're going to be going in with nail forms. I absolutely love these ones. I have them up on my Amazon storefront, which I've linked in the description box for you guys. Last upload, I completely forgot to link stuff for you guys. Did you not come for me in the comment section? No. I checked the description box, there's nothing there. Did I not run to link stuff for you guys? Because I was not about to disappoint you. Anyway, I am quickly just making sure that I'm fitting the nail forms properly. I did make a crucial mistake this time around. I shortened my natural nails a bit too much. I'll usually leave a little bit of length. That way the nail form kind of tucks under and is secured properly. This time around I didn't, and I really struggled, you guys. I really struggled, but I finally kind of got them to sit exactly how I would prefer them to sit. I also took out one of my favorite gel brushes. This one is from Model Ones. I only use this one for gel products, but every time before I use it, I just like swishing it back and forth in the builder gel. That way it is nice and conditioned and is familiar with the product. Nice time for the application. I really tried my best to not get a lot of large bubbles. As for the micro bubbles, I honestly didn't mind, you guys, so I was really careful not to get any large ones. I prefer starting with a thin layer every time I work with builder gel. Form out the free edge, merge it a little bit with the natural nail, and then I cure in my lamp for 60 seconds. Now when you take out the nail form, you can definitely see how thin and how wonky the nail kind of looks, so we are going to have to go in and reinforce that, add an apex and all of that. But I'm really happy with how nice and clear that tip is. It looks really great. I don't have any large bubbles in there, which is awesome. I then went off camera and I did exactly the same for the rest of my nails. This is how we're looking so far. Not bad at all. Now it's time to reinforce the nails because they are paper thin. I love the fact that I'm getting more comfortable working with builder gels, although they're not my first choice, but I still love challenging myself and seeing if I can make them work. I also enjoy watching a lot of gel content creators. For example, Lisette on YouTube. She has her own builder gel line, and I definitely picked up a lot of tips and tricks from watching her do her sets using builder gel. It's absolutely fascinating what she does. But overall, I'm really happy that I can actually make a set and it looks decent at the end. Once I was done laying that larger bead, I did go back in with a liner brush just to level out the nail properly. Also make sure that my apex is doing what it needs to do. It's situated where it needs to be situated. Overall, I'm really happy with how this nail is looking. I pretty much did exactly the same for all of them. And the nice thing about the American Creator builder gel was that I didn't get any heat spikes, you guys, and I didn't even use lower heat mode, which is amazing. I made sure to cleanse the nails and remove that inhibition layer. Now I'm using a hand file just to shape the nails to perfection. This is part of the reason I also love Builder Gel, because it's so soft, it's so easy to file and shape. I love using a hand file because I'm old school, you guys. Back when I started doing nails, e-files weren't a thing yet. So I perfected my technique using a hand file, and I still use it today. I get a lot of questions from you guys asking if I have an e-file. Another trick I found is an old file that is kind of worn out. And after I've gone in with a fresh file, I then go in with an old file to really just smoothen the nail nicely. And this is also just to add a nice crisp edge. Sometimes a new file can be a little bit too rough and can leave those deep scratches on the nail as well. And then finally, we're going to be going in with my Crostade or Stay nail buffer. I know you guys missed her. I know you missed her. She's here. We're going to be finishing up with her, buffing the nails to make sure that the surface is nice and smooth. We're finally done with all the filing and shaping. I'm gonna give my nails a quick cleanse and let's get into the nail art. Today's cat eye of choice is by Bling in the shade number 48. Unfortunately, you guys, Bling is only available in South Africa, but I will link it for my local nectarines. I do apologize for my international babes, but you can achieve the same look if you go in with a silver cat eye at the base, and then you can go in with like a jelly color on top. It will give you the same effect. Now my camera did struggle to pick up the true color of this cat eye. It is a little bit confusing. It looks purple, but it also has blue undertones. Once I finished mapping out my smile line, I do go in with a magnet. And what I love about this cat eye is that it's got very subtle magnetic shift. It's not extreme at all, but it's enough. It also seems to be more reflective than anything. It's nice and glittery, and I really love it. After I've played around making sure that it's kind of sitting exactly where I needed to, I went in with 2 coats just so I get that extra nice color. And then off camera I quickly just finished up with the nail art. Don't worry, I left the thumb alone, so I'm going to show you guys how I created this beautiful cloudy starry night. It's just like so pretty. It went so well with the cat eye. You're going to be needing a dotting tool, and you're basically going to just dot a triangle. That's the simplest way I can explain it. Just think about it as a triangle, and then you kind of want to just taper off towards the sides. Once you are done dotting away your little like triangle, you're gonna have to diffuse it just a little, and this is if you're creating a more realistic cloud. But if you're doing like a very caricature-ish or cartoonish cloud, you honestly don't have to do all of this. I then diffuse it a little bit with the sponge from my makeup applicator, and then further just create like sparseness or transparency using some acetone, and this just melts the gel and makes it look like, you know, the cloud is floating and it's transparent, which is really pretty. I then go back in with a little bit of gel to kind of just reinforce other areas and make it look more realistic. Once I'm done, I then pick up my gel brush again and I create a little bit of wispiness below the cloud. It makes it look like it's a windy night and the cloud is slowly just like breaking apart, and it kind of makes it look like there's movement. Once I'm done, I pick up the tiniest dotting tool I own to do some stars, and I'm going to show you guys how to get it look like they're glowing. I'm using that same makeup applicator to create a tiny little aura in the center. I apply a dot, and while it's wet, we're going to pick up our liner brush and kind of drag from the center going outwards. Now I ended up not liking this one. I did wipe it off and like redo it again, but for the sake of the demo, I continued so you guys can see. I ended up doing like a 4-point, and then I added tiny strokes in between them to further make it look like it's sparkling, and it just turns out so pretty, you guys. You have to try this technique. Now we're going to be finishing up with the American Creator High Gloss Top Gel, and I really like it. It's not too runny and it's not too thick, which is perfect in my opinion. I did make sure to float it all over the nail, and then I did flip the nail upside down so that it levels a little bit better. Because I went in with 2 coats of the Cateye gel, I did kind of have like a slight bulk on that part, so I wanted to match it, and this top coat did a great job at that. I also wanted to mention off camera, I did apply tiny blue rhinestones. I don't know if you guys can see them on each nail, and I'm just going to be applying the top coat evenly on top. Of course, I applied some top gel underneath the nail as well. This further adds to the transparency of the nail. Finish up some top coat, and this is the final look, you guys. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the camera really struggled to pick up the true color, especially that cat eye shift can be confusing to my camera. So I tried taking so many videos in different lightings so that you guys can just get how stunning and how magical this set turned out. It is so beautiful, and I managed to scratch every single itch that I was trying to scratch when I was creating this set. The transparency, the cat eye, the nail art, it's just absolutely beautiful. Please let me know what you guys think, of course, down below, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'm going to see you guys real soon in the next one. Love you, bye.